So this is going to be really fun. Me and my friend Lisa, we just got out of seeing the screening for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the new Harry Potter film. And so we thought we'd try something different and tell you a little bit about what we thought. So if you want to just introduce yourself a little bit, just say hi.
Hello, my name is Lisa, and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so I was super excited to see anything new by J.K. Rowling.
So we thought this would be fun because I'm more a casual fan, she's a more hardcore fan. So tell your overall experience in the film.
So my overall experience would be that part of the thing I love about the Harry Potter series is being submerged in the books and imagining and seeing everything in your mind's eye before the movies were ever made. The one thing I thought with Fantastical Beasts is, although it does a great job at creating a very beautiful and fictional world, you miss being able to have created it and see those things yourselves and identify and be excited to see certain characters as they came on screen, because they meant no different to you than that was the first time you'd ever seen them.
Yeah.
Or heard of them.
Overall, though, would you say you liked it, not liked it, in the middle?
No, I liked it. I would put it on par with the rest of the Harry Potter movies, but I wouldn't say it was nearly as good as I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Simply because I just don't think any could live up to any literature. We didn't get to experience that firsthand, so I didn't have a built-in
That's a good
fondness.
point. I must admit, I was a little disappointed with it. It's not horrible. It's not a terrible movie by any means. I enjoyed lots of parts of it. But I found that it kind of has two different sort of plot lines without giving any spoilers. And I think, I don't know if I felt really 100% engaged in either of them.
Yeah, the plot lines that were trying to pull you in, the movie's based on Fantastical Beasts, and I really felt like they were going to focus on Fantastical Beasts.
Yeah, that's the one plot line is with the beasts, and then there's
throw
another.
in another one that's, I don't know, it doesn't really fit the theme of the movie, and yet they're trying to force you to care for something you really don't care about.
I think a big key in this movie is if you think it's funny.
It's very
You
funny.
were laughing a lot more than I was. I didn't think it was that funny. It's very slapsticky, and it's very different, I think, than the Harry Potter movies. There's moments of humor in the Harry Potter movies and books, certainly, but not for as extended, long portions as you had here.
Yeah, no, I think they captured the humor of an Englishman coming to America in many ways, and just her humor that she threw in the books. I definitely caught that throughout the movie, just little things that would make you laugh. Again, major fans of the book, I think will appreciate
the humor.
Her humor thrown in there. So.
Yeah, it seemed a lot more trying to be a comedy than I expected it would.
Yeah, no, I was hoping it would be lighthearted. It helps with some of the, like I said, the dark that all of a sudden throws in on the end.
My other big problem with the movie was that it was extremely hard to understand what a lot of characters said. Particularly Eddie Redmayne, I found him very difficult. He mumbled a lot, and that's really important because this isn't a story that we know. And so if I can't understand what they're saying, and I had to, lean over to you, say, "What's going on? I don't understand." And so maybe if I see it 2-3 times, then I'll understand it better. Or maybe, like you were saying, watch it at home with the closed captions.
My next time I'll see it will definitely be closed caption, because again, Eddie Redmayne talks at the starter. He avoids eye contact. You can't read his lips. So
yeah, and he wasn't the only one, but he was the worst.
He was the worst. And using J.K. Rowling's language, putting it in her world, putting it with an English accent and American, you're lost in translation without knowing exactly what they're trying to talk about.
But I don't want to sound too negative, because the Fantastic Beasts were really fun.
Yes.
Were really fun, and it was beautiful, and I loved the music.
It's fun seeing America Magic World versus England
and how
Magic
it was
World.
different. It was more
we're very boring.
Yeah,
and
more boring,
strict.
Yeah, and more strict. But I really liked the music. I thought James Newton Howard, I thought it had sort of this fun, jazzy feel to it. It really added a lot of character and feel, especially in the comedic sections. It really kind of made you almost want to laugh, because it was such a sort of Lindy Hop kind of a sort of sound almost.
Yeah, it was very true, I think, to the 20s sound and the 20s. It's based in 1929, and so it has kind of a really much feel. The dress, they did good with whoever did their costume set designs, tried to stay true to, I think, what New York 1929.
Yeah.
And the music is fantastic. It definitely leads you through your emotions to. I wonder what it would be like without its music, actually, in certain scenes.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot. I think people would be laughing less. I do wonder, and I wonder about this from the very beginning, of how kids will respond to it. because you do have all adult characters, and it really doesn't try to be a kids movie.
No, I don't. I think it will lose children. Anybody under 10 and under is going to be lost within the first 30 minutes. They'll be bored.
I think so too. I think so too.
The only world there is a scene where you get to see a lot of his magical creatures, and that's probably the most entertaining scene for children.
Yeah.
And then after that, parents they're going to lose interest. They will. It's
Yeah.
too many long scenery. Fights.
Yeah, so overall it was a mixed bag for me, but I think you got to see it. You got to make up your mind for yourself, and it's not horrible. It's entertaining.
It's worth saying. It's worth a ticket.
Yeah, it has fun moments. It has some cool visuals. It has some good performances, some nice chemistry between different actors that I liked. You know, it set up the world pretty well, but I think those two things was sort of these two plot lines and how I was sort of confused a lot of the time, and the humor didn't really work for me, and I thought that it was just so hard to understand what characters were saying, which is a huge problem.
Yeah, and I would just say, like I said, without having a book to reference, without being able to have imagined these things and know these names of creatures beforehand, to kind of see or know ahead of time what you're going into, and then not being able to understand the wording is not always the best.
Yeah, and all the casting played out differently than I expected. Certain characters that I thought, oh, they're going to be the zany one, they're going to be the wacky one, they actually weren't. And other ones that I thought were going to be more somber ended up being more funny.
See, and I picked up all the characters from the first time they entered on, like they were one note. They were pretty one note. I knew exactly how they would turn out to be.
It's just that, like, somebody like Ezra Miller typically is very wacky, and it is a different role here. So,
and his death's tragedy.
So that's kind of our thoughts. What grade would you give it if you?
Oh, I'd give it a B plus.
B plus. I think I'm more like a B minus because I didn't find it as funny as you did. I think that's the key. So I give it a B minus. But yeah, definitely go see it. And thanks so much.
You're welcome.